Journey number 99, to our armor, to our shield, right? To the masks we wear, the shields we raise, and the armor we carefully construct around our hearts. They work. They really do, right? It works incredibly well. It keeps us safe from the sting of judgment, from the persecution of our own feelings and rejections, and the vulnerabilities of being open. And it may even help us from the past wounds that we've experienced that haven't fully healed. And within those walls that we have up, right, we lessen the risk that we think we won't be betrayed by. So we have a wall, we have protection, we're safe. We have this great defense mechanism that keeps us protected and keeps us in a safe place, from the mistreatment or the wrong that has happened. Again, that's what we think. And with that said, we all need boundaries, right? We need boundaries, and how we construct them change over the course of our lives depending upon the level of our awareness and our level of maturity. So we have an armor, and then we have the opportunity to have boundaries as well. And as we develop our own individuality and our own sense of autonomy, we have the capacity to then develop boundaries. And the boundaries themselves are not seen, but rather felt by other people in the way that we speak, in the way that we create a distance, the way we gauge our behavior in interacting with people. That's all part of our armor, our boundaries. Differentiated between the two, right, is a matter of the overemphasis of keeping ourselves closed, and also the opportunity for us to create a boundary. So they're interchangeable. There are healthy ways of protecting ourselves, and there are sometimes ways that keep us too closed off. So the very walls that keep us safe also keep us distanced from the beauty and the connections and the warmth of friendships and maybe the sweetness of love. So both of these are within ourselves, and the deeper we journey into our own heart, the clearer it becomes at some point that the price of being guarded becomes much too high for us to keep our masks and keep the armor shiny. So as we travel along this path of life, we interact with people, and many times we project our own closedness, our armor, our defenses, and we receive that back in turn. But at some point, right, we may recognize the need to really cut the armor off and slowly allow it to come through. But there are ways that we continue or continuously do try to protect ourselves, right, with our outward appearance, by keeping ourselves physically fit and using that as a form of protection and maybe self-love, and hoping that people see that from ourselves, that we exude that, and that's our form of intimacy or a sense of closeness. Just keeping ourselves, again, strong, playing the tough guy for a man, right? To be ego-based, to be tough. And while that may be an aspect of a necessity in terms of interacting and exhibiting the masculine with a balance of the feminine, more softer, wise qualities, it's important for us to understand some of the defenses that we have. Maybe the perfectionist, the person who's always making things order, keeping themselves busy and occupied, and really not allowing information to come through because it may make them more vulnerable and may break away their armor or their protection. So the main thing for us to keep in mind with this information is that how to shift. And that's a really big thing to think about, because I know for myself, it's not something that I've been good at in terms of also removing the armor that I've had in my life. And as we develop, or as I develop, you look to open yourself up a little bit more and feel the ability to feel less guarded. And I'm sure many of you may relate to that. Maybe you could put that down in the comments after. So awareness is the first step, right? It's a matter of also making friends with our defenses and not disregarding or shaming them, because it's what got us through to this point. And since life is a process and a gradual progression of expansion, we have to honor the parts that have taken us to the place that we're at right now. So, and also recognize the limitations, which is why I'm discussing this. So, thing is to honor it, but also to recognize that now, as we move forward, we want to become aware of what we've been using as an armor, and how we want to, if we choose to break some of the defenses away, to expose more of ourselves and become more vulnerable. And so what I'd like to do today in this journey number 99 is to bring awareness to the armor that you've incorporated in your life that you want to kind of shed and push aside to allow your authentic self, your more vulnerable self, to shine through. So what we'll do is we'll do a journey, finding our spirit animal, and whatever information comes through that spirit animal, that it passes on to you to give you some insight into where you're headed and what you can do to do that. All right, so let's take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, make sure your eyes are closed. You're either sitting down or lying down comfortably, and let's go on our journey. You walk into the forest. We take a deep breath in, and we smell the forest air. Remnants of the different trees and the flowers that are blossoming. And as we walk in the forest, we recognize the ease that comes over our body. And as we continue, feel the sun shining on our face. And the noises in the trees of the birds whistling. Up ahead, an opening, a cave. Entering its darkness. Using our hands to navigate through. And as we walk through, we look at the other side for the opening and the light that helps us find the other side. As we exit the other side, we continue walking on a path. Take a deep breath in. And as we walk, we hear a noise to the right. We look, and we see a spirit animal. What animal do you see? The animal approaches you, and you share with it about your own defenses, your own armor that has boxed your heart in, that is now ready to open. And you listen for the answers and for the information that's passed on to you from the spirit animal. breath in and exhale. And thank your spirit animal for passing on information as you head back for the cave. Entering its darkness, using your hands to navigate, following the twists and turns till you see the light from the other side. And you make your way back on the original path. The sun shining on your back. You take a deep breath in. And you stop in front of an oak tree on the right. And you put your hands around it. And you exchange energy as the tree absorbs the positive ions and balances your body. You look up to the tree and thank it. As you release your hands, and you continue walking out the forest. Okay, take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take one more deep breath in and exhale. Move your fingers, move your toes, shrug your shoulders, and when you're ready, come back into the room. Okay, that was Shamanic Journey number 99 to the armor that we build around ourselves to protect ourselves, our desire to sometimes not feel or express our emotions, to be guarded and to be protected. So it's almost the masks we wear, the shields we raise, and the armor that we carefully construct around our hearts. And as I said earlier, as I started, it works. And it does an incredible job of keeping us protected. But what happens is we lose out on our ability to feel, our ability to love, to feel the tenderness, to feel a deep connection with someone. And in order for us to be able to first understand this process, it's important for us to understand or become aware of the walls that we've built in the ways that we've done that. And it could be through our external appearance, through a lot of exercise, building our body, making ourselves look good, but not really being able to open our heart and share what's inside. To be able to be affectionate, to take care of things, to keep things organized, but not allow anyone in your internal world to feel. And obviously everybody has free will and has the choice or the opportunity to do what they choose. But if we want to expand and we want to have a deep spiritual connection with someone or people, then what we need to do when the timing is right is to come to that place in our lives to recognize that while the armor has helped us and we need to honor it, there are moments where we can start to slowly push it aside and see what comes out. Maybe underneath the armor is something even brighter or shinier, that's softer and more beautiful. But we'll never know until we disregard the outer shield that keeps us protected. All right, I want to thank you for joining me today on Shamanic Journey number 99. And if you didn't catch it live, you can catch the replay and join me every Tuesday evening at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I'll be having a few interviews tomorrow. I'm being interviewed by Karen Holton. And I'll be having other interviews coming up. Mary Rodwell, famous UFO contactee and hypnotherapist, helps people contact people who have had contacts and experiences with galactic beings. So I want to thank you again, and I hope you have a great evening. Take care.